Hey y'all. um this video is going to be a sit down talk with me. If you guys are new, hi, my name is Malia, also known as Leah Luciano. You can follow me on all socials, which will be in the description down below. So yeah, so if you guys are ready, then grab your popcorn, grab your tea, and let's have a sit down talk with me.
Boy, my name's Stacey Red, you know what to do. And I see you looking back, I'm tryna live with you. Tattoos on his body and his vibe seem cool. I'm looking for a eater, baby.
Okay, y'all. So I am back. From my last video that you guys saw me on, I was basically, I think, doing like a take out my hair with me. I don't think it was that video. I think it was like me talking about where I've been and why I haven't been posting and this, that, third. Go check that video out. So I have my phone right here because I have some screenshots of, some stuff, and I would want to talk to you guys about what's going on. So if you guys are ready, then let's get into it. All right, y'all. So before we even get into this video, today's video, I have a script right here, so just bear with me. Today's video is going to be really personal, just between me and you guys. I've gone through a lot. I've been gone for a while, and a lot has changed in my life. A lot has happened in my life that I want to come talk to you guys about. I went through a toxic relationship, dealt with a situation involving Lyriq, and I've been trying to heal from everything. So today I'm finally opening up about it. So we're going to be talking about why I haven't been posting, why the Lyriq situation. A lot of you guys was like still wondering. I know I haven't really, talked about everything as much as I have, because a lot has just been broken down into pieces, but it's all going to be collided into one video. Me healing from my toxic relationship, and what you guys might, everything that you guys might expect from me this coming year, my breaking point, everything else. So yeah. So first, let's talk about where I've been. Like I said, I have like a list of stuff in my photos, like from where I've been down to what I've learned. So just bear with me as I keep looking at my phone. Yeah. So why I stopped posting? I stopped posting for many reasons. One of the reasons was because I could not get into this account, what's YouTube channel. I have two YouTube channels. I have Leah Luciano, this one, and I have Leah Luciano ×2. I made Leah Luciano ×2 specifically because I could not get into my Leah Luciano YouTube channel. If you guys might have not known, I have I have a Leah Luciano YouTube channel, which is this one, and that one has grown over time. I did stop posting for a minute, but I'm back. And within that time period, I made a Leah Luciano ×2. I made a Leah Luciano ×2 YouTube channel, just in case if this one was to get, taken down for whatever reason. I have another one that you guys will see me still on, like within content wise and stuff like that. So that's mainly why I wasn't able to film or post on this account specifically, because I could not get into it. What was going on in my life during that time? A lot. I had a toxic relationship. I was in a toxic relationship that was really bad. I was, going through a lot that, believe me, changed my mind mentally, physically, emotionally, drastically, you know, a lot of stuff that would, you know, that I wouldn't really bring to the internet, but a lot of you guys wondering what happened. So yeah. How did it affect me mentally? I would say it affected me in a way that some people might not, that a lot of people might say it traumatizes them. Me, it really grew my mental, and it allowed me to see certain things that I wasn't able to see then, that I am able to see now. Yeah. The toxic relationship. Let's get into that. So how the relationship started. So a lot of you guys might have not known that I was in a relationship with this guy. I'm not gonna say no names, but yes, I was in a relationship with him, and I did not tell him that I was doing YouTube because I didn't want him going to my YouTube and seeing all the content that I posted, and then I end up making this video, and then he finds out, and then it's just a whole nother story that I don't want to get into, or that I didn't want to get into. So I did tell him that I'd make YouTube. But yeah, so the relationship started as us. I think he followed me on TikTok or some sort. I can't remember, but he's been following me for a little bit. Well, he was following me for a little bit on social media. So I decided to just, you know, give it a shot, and we ended up. No. I'm sorry. Let me back that up. We ended up. He had his Snapchat in his bio, in his TikTok bio. So, you know, I decided to add him on my Snapchat, and he added me back, and we started talking. Now, I'm not gonna have, you know, the stuff that we were talking about. I'm not gonna have that in there because that's personal between me and him. But yeah, so we ended up talking, and then we got together, and then, you know, he's apparently, you know how guys say, "Oh, you're not going nowhere, this and that, you're stuck with me." That was him. He said that to me, and I believed it. Now, mind you, my homegirl know about us because I told her. I tell her everything, like from head to toe. I tell her everything. So I told her what happened, and then our relationship took a turn. He ended up being abusive as far as mentally, emotionally, verbally. It got to the point of him saying I was a bad. It got so bad to the point of him saying that I was a bad girlfriend. To the point of him saying, "Oh, like it was gaslighting." He was gaslighting. He was manipulative. He was trauma bonding. It was a lot that I didn't know that my homegirl knew. So we would get into arguments a lot, literally. And I'm thinking the only way for it to work is through sex. That's me. That was just me. That was my mindset then. So, you know, and then he wouldn't trust me. That was the thing. He had trust issues. He wouldn't trust me because every day, every second of the day, he would want to be on the phone with me. I had to tell him, like, babe, I have stuff that I have to get done. And he would get mad at that. So yeah, so he got mad, and then even when I was at school, he would want to be on the phone with me because he was scared that I was going to talk to other guys. Mind you, I don't talk to anybody. I don't care if it's another dude. I don't care if it's a dude that I really, really like. I really don't care. Like, if I'm in a relationship, I'm not going to talk to any other dude because that's cheating. Like, now if it's my boy best friends, okay. Like, I knew them before I met my boyfriend, so of course I trust them more, which means I'm going to talk to them, and I'm going to continue to talk to them. So yeah, he ended up wanting to be on the phone with me at school, at home, every day, like every second of the day. So it gotten so bad to the point of us getting into this argument, and I had my girlfriend, like my girl best friend, get into it. Told her what happened, sent her receipts, everything. And she even had to tell him, like, yo, I sent her his phone number. And you know, it was really bad, but he ended up apologizing. Me being the girl that I was back then, I accepted the apology, and then we worked it out. But then we ended up breaking up because apparently he wasn't. I just had to just tell him, like, straight up, like, yo, you keep putting me through these situations, and it's getting to the point where I'm just gonna have to just find somebody new, or we just got to go our separate ways. That was just that. So we ended up breaking up, and then we never spoke again after that. So that was our relationship, and that was the toxic stuff that I had to go through as a 17-year-old girl. Why you thought it was why did you think it was, no, why you thought it was good at first? Why did I think it was good at first? Because I felt like he was attached to me. He was so attached to me, it's not even funny. He was so attached to me to the point of saying, like, I'm not going nowhere. The red flags I ignored. The red flags I ignored, manipulation, gaslighting, the arguments, and then saying, oh, I love you. What else? Manipulation, gaslighting, love bombing, trauma bond, like a lot. I've ignored a lot, which I wish I could never ignored, because if I was to not ignore it the first time, I would have been so much farther along. I would have broken up with him the first time, and yeah, but I stayed thinking that he would change. How it started to become toxic, like I said before, it started getting toxic after he said I wasn't going nowhere. After the first argument, he started getting toxic. Okay, next one, Lyriq situation. Now, a lot of you guys are wondering, like, about this Lyriq situation. If you guys if you guys haven't heard or might not know, I have a crush on this guy named Lyriq Luciano. If you guys don't know who that is, he is a rapper, a Virginia rapper, upcoming rapper. He makes music. I think I said this millions of times, but this is for people that's new and that don't know about this situation. He is a rapper. He makes music about daily things, like just things that we go through on a daily. Breakups, toxic relationships. He also uplifts people, like as far as women. He uplifts women. He's not one of those rappers that you see out like Lil Durk or a Lil Baby. He's not one of those. He's very to himself. He's an independent artist, but he wants to get on a record label. And I've been listening to him for almost a year. I've been supporting him, not almost a year, for over a little bit of a year. But yeah, so that's who Lyriq Luciano is. He is a Virginia rapper who I've been supporting for a while. So yeah. So how Lyriq came into my life, I honestly don't know how he came into my life. Honestly, that's a good question. I was just listening, and I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know how he ended up coming into my life. I would say I came into his life in a sense, but I don't know. That's a question that I'm gonna have to think about, because I don't know. It's been a year. A lot has changed over that year. What the situation was. So a lot of you guys was wondering if me and him are dating. I get questions after questions on TikTok, social media. I even get questions in person. Are you and Lyriq Luciano dating? No, we are not. This is for the people on TikTok. This is for the people that's been wondering if me and Lyriq Luciano are dating. No, we are not. He is my celebrity crush, and he will forever will be. Is he my dream man as far as my man that I can see myself with dating in the future? Yes. Obviously, yes. He is my dream man. But as far as me and him dating, no. It's professional between me and him. Yes. We do DM each other from time to time on not on Instagram. Yes, on Instagram and TikTok. But it's only for professionalism. It doesn't go any farther beyond that as far as let's link up. No. It does not go beyond our professionalism between one another. Lyriq, if you're seeing this, a lot was being said. Not said, but a lot was being asked on TikTok, on my page, and a lot of other stuff. A lot was being asked. So that's why I'm answering it right now. So the situation was, what was the question again? What the situation was. It's not a situation between us. A lot of you guys was wondering if me and him are dating. Like I said, no, we are not. It's not really a situation as far as us dating. It's more so us professionally. He has a best friend named Cardia. Me and him professionally. I don't speak to them on the daily. Just for clarification, I do not speak to them on the daily. It is not like how I would usually speak to my best friends or any of that other sort. No. They go their way, I go mine. They're artists. I am a girl finding. I won't say finding, but I'm a girl who's getting up there. So no. Me and them, we do not go any other places outside of our professionalism with one another. Me, Cardia, and Lyriq Luciano. That's it. How it affected your relationship or emotions? It never affected our relationship personally. Or my relationship personally. As far as yes, it affected that relationship with my ex. Because I forgot to mention that he also texted Lyriq Luciano on Instagram and asked why was he texting me. It's really bad. So yes, it affected that relationship, but as far as any other relationship, no. What people might not understand about it. A lot of people may not understand that it is professional. Like I said before, and I'll say it again. Me and Lyriq Luciano, we do not text on the daily. I support his music, and I support what he does. And it's Lyriq Luciano for life. But I do not go outside of any other platforms as far as Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, or any other platforms that he's on to text him outside of them. I am not like that. I am 100% a supporter. He knows I'm real, by the way. And yeah. So, that's that. What else? The breaking point. The moment you realize things weren't healthy. With my ex and my toxic relationship. The moment I found out things weren't healthy was when he started saying I was a bad girlfriend. The first argument. That was when I found out things weren't healthy. Or started to realize that things weren't healthy. He would call me out of my name. Like, not like bitch or any other word like that, but he will call me like a bad girlfriend, or just call me immature. He will call me names like that. What made you walk away? When I finally had the courage in me to say, you know what, you're not the one for me. I was just that, you're not the one for me. And yeah, so that's when I found out things weren't good for me. And yeah, how hard that situation was. It was really bad. It was really hard for me to walk away because I was so concerned about his feelings. He wasn't concerned about mine. He wasn't considerate. He wouldn't say I love you. He wouldn't be reassuring. He wasn't doing none of that. It was always me having to be the man of the relationship. And I'm a woman, a female, dealing with, I'm not going to say his name or his age, but dealing with this age of a person acting like a 5-year-old. It was really bad. My healing process, things you've been doing to heal. I've been spending time with family, listening to more music. I've been, doing things that I enjoy doing, talking to my homegirl more. Doing things that I couldn't really do when I was with him. Learning to protect your peace. How did I learn? Not to take any disrespect from anybody. Now, if you guys might not know, I do not take disrespect lightly. But I have learned to not just accept anything that anybody is just telling me just because it sounds good. Yeah. Focusing on yourself. That's something that I would have to say that a lot of teenagers don't know how to do is focus on themselves. Everybody wants to be in relationships, and I get it. You want that lovey-dovey type relationship. That's not me. I do at the same time, but I also want a man that knows how to be reassuring, that knows how to love. 90s kind of love. If you guys don't know what that is, look it up. 90s kind of love. That's the love I want. Yes. Lessons about love. Love isn't just a word. It's a feeling. It's emotions. It's actions. That's what love is. It's not just, oh, I love you. You have to show me that you love me. That's what love is. It's emotions. It's feelings. It's showing that person that you really love them. You know what I mean? So just never say that you love somebody if you don't mean it. You don't mean what you say. Don't mean what you say if you don't put it in action. Yeah. Lessons about self-respect. Self-respect is mandatory because everybody wants respect, but it's about self-respect. It's about putting yourself first. It's about loving yourself first. It's about doing things for yourself. It's about that. It's not about loving somebody else and then loving you. It's about loving you, because if you can't love yourself, how do you expect somebody else to love you? If you don't love yourself, how do you expect God to love you? Let's just say that. So same thing with another man. If you don't love yourself and you're not taking care of yourself and you're not doing things for yourself, how do you expect a man to come into your life and treat you the same and treat you with love and care and respect if you don't even treat yourself with that? You know what I mean? Advice to people going through something similar. If you're going through anything toxic and you're going through anything regarding toxic relationships, run. Don't sit there like I did. You need to run, because If a man, and this goes for domestic violence, this goes for verbal violence, this goes for mental violence, mental abuse, domestic abuse, verbal abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, any type of abuse that you're going through, you need to run, because it's only going to get worse if you stay. If a man put his hands on you once, he's going to do it again. And men love to say, oh, I'm sorry, on this, on that, and expect for the woman to stay. And then once the woman stays and they feel like that they can do it again, the woman is going to stay. Don't fall for it. Especially with cheating. If a man cheats on you once, you need to leave, because he's going to do it again. He's going to do it again. And this is something serious, because a lot of you guys was wondering, how do I get him? How do I leave? Just leave. Don't tell him that you're leaving. Just leave, because a man can't handle rejection. Men can't handle rejection. They really can't. Now, if it's a mature man, he's gonna understand why you're rejecting him. But if it's an immature man who's constantly putting his hands on you and constantly abusing you and thinking that it's okay and thinking that you won't leave, and once you leave they have a problem with it, that's an immature man, because he's gonna understand why you left. A man don't understand value until he loses it. Meaning, a man doesn't understand the value of a good woman until he loses it, until she walks away, until she's fed up, until she's done, until she divorces. That's when a man truly lost the value of a good woman. So for those who are looking for a way to leave, this is a message to you: leave. Don't stay. Because if you stay, it's only going to get worse by the day, by the minute, by the second. Even if you have kids by him. Just because you have kids by somebody doesn't mean that you can't stay. Doesn't mean that you can't leave. I'm going to say it again. Just because you have kids by somebody does not mean that you have to stay. I'm going to say it one more time. Just because you have kids by somebody does not mean that you cannot leave. Yes, a mother or a kid needs its mother and a father, but the mother and the father can still be in the kids' life, but without being together. Take it from me. I have two parents who's not together. One of my parents is not in my life. Not saying that the parent died, that my parent died or whatever. I don't want to say who, but yeah, they're just not in my life anymore. I walked away. I took that part of me and walked away, because I can't handle the disrespect anymore. So I'm not going to say who walked out of my life and which parent walked out of my life. Just know that parent, I chose to walk away. It wasn't because they wasn't being the parent that they needed to be. It's because I walked away on my own. I chose what was best for me. So it doesn't even have to be a man in relationship. It can be a parent too, a guardian, anybody that's treating you bad. You don't have to stay just because you love them. Love isn't everything. Love isn't everything to the point of that person putting their hands on you or treating you like you're not worth nothing, because at the end of the day, they're gonna find out what they've lost once it's gone. Listen to Monica's song Until It's Gone. You'll understand what I'm talking about. Because at the end of the day, y'all, love is only temporary. It is not forever. The man up above is forever. These peasants that I like to call, these people that I like to call peasants, they're only temporary. They're not forever. So just because you love somebody doesn't give you the courage to not get up and leave. What's another one? But yeah. I was finally, okay, so it says, why, this is my YouTube comeback. Why you're finally ready to talk about it? Because I've been gone for a minute, a year, and a lot has changed. A lot has happened. I went through a lot, and I felt like it was time for me to break the ice. And I felt like it was time for me to break my silence. So, yes. What content can people expect from you? from you now. Expect, like I said in my last video, expect car videos, expect new school videos, expect a lot. Just expect a lot. I have an album coming out this summer, so stay updated on that. But this is the end of today's video, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss any videos from me. And if you have any more questions or anything going on in your life, make sure to comment down below. If not, go to my community tab and comment on there and let me know. But I love you guys so much. Stay positive. Bye. And put yourself first. Today's lesson is putting yourself first.